Hi friends, Mrs. Mac and I are going to show you a bonus math activity that if you get a chance to play this week will help you practice place value and comparing two-digit numbers. So the materials you're going to need for this game is you're going to need number cards cut out that look like this, numbers 1 through 9, and you're going to need 2 sets of them. So you're going to need 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, all the way up to 9. So you'll have 18 total cards. And once you've cut them out, and if you may have number cards that we've used from different games, and if you make these number cards, you definitely want to keep them because we'll be using number cards more in other math games. So once you have your number cards cut out, you can put them in the middle and you can mix them up in a pile. And then this is going to be very similar to the game we played in class called Top It. But it's going to be a little bit trickier because there's a little bit more going on. We're practicing lots of different skills at once. So the first thing both partners are going to do is you're each going to pick 2 cards from the pile, and you're going to flip them over next to each other to build a 2-digit number. So I have an 8 and a 4, so I have the number 84.
I have a 3 and a 7, so I made the number 37.
The next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to say the value of each of the digits that you have. And I'll show you what I mean. So I have an 8 and a 4, but I know that in 84, my 8 isn't just worth 8 because 8 and 4 is 12. So my 8 must be worth something more. So it may be helpful if you wanted to make a tens and ones place value sheet like we used to use in the classroom. And you can place your digits on either side of the mat. Now I know that my 8 in the tens place is showing me that I have 8 tens. So I'm going to draw 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my 4 is telling me I have 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the value of my 8 in the tens place is really 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. The value of 8 is 80. The value of my 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 8 in 84 has a value of 80. The 4 in 84 has a value of 4. If we try it with Mrs. Mac's numbers, actually Mrs. Mac, I'll grab the camera for you and you can go ahead.
Okay, so I have the number 37. So the 3 is in the tens place and the 7 is in the ones place. So I'm going to start by drawing 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to draw 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when I count out my number, I have 3 tens. So that means that I have 10, 20, 30. So my 3 really represents the number 30. And then I have 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my 7 represents the number 7.
All right, friends, and the final step of the game is going to be just like Top It. So we have our 2 numbers next to each other here. 84 and 37. So the final, should I make sure you friends can see both of those numbers? There we go. The final step of the game is to compare the 2 numbers, which means to decide if my number is greater than, less than, or equal to my partner's. And I can see that 84 is greater than 37. Right, and if Miss Mac, can you take the camera from me for 1 second? Right, if we were going to compare these 2 numbers, like if we were playing roll and compare, we would draw my alligator mouth would be eating 84, the bigger number. 84 is greater than 37. So because I have the greater or bigger number, I get to take all the cards. Then we would pull 2 new cards each and start the game all over. So there's a lot of steps to this game, friends. You both pull 2 cards. You have to say what the value of each of the digits in your 2-digit number are, and if you need to use a place value mat to help you and draw it out, you can. Then you need to compare your 2 numbers to see if your number is greater than, less than, or equal to your partner's. Then the person who had the bigger number takes all the cards, and then you start over. So if you want to watch this video again, just because there's a lot of steps to this game, you can go ahead and watch it again. There is no seesaw assignment attached to this video because it's just for some extra practice. Hope you have fun with it, and we'll have another bonus math game for next week.